we still couldn't get this thing to run. And I thought we had a tag on the back.
You don't.
And we don't, so.
Yeah, straight. Yeah, that was good. Break my bike.
You said the suspension's pretty good, right?
Probably no gas in it.
This doesn't really sound like it's turn the key on, right?
No. That's the worst smelling gas I've ever smelt
Really?
in my life.
So just drain it.
I should probably pull that tank off. Alright, so it's got this goofy looking battery, and it doesn't have normal like ports. It has these little wires that come off of it. So we're gonna charge it up, but let's see if we can get this thing to do anything. No. So we'll charge the battery up.
Oh wow, it's crazy dead, that's why. It's just like insane in there.
So I guess tomorrow we'll find out.
So tomorrow we will flush out all the fuel, pump the tires up, maybe put a new plug in it, we might as well. So we're hoping that we can just charge up the battery and this thing will fire up. So it has a battery, but it doesn't actually start. It's not an electric start. It uses a kickstart to get all the juices and everything going. So we get the battery sitting here, and it's not a very heavy battery, and it looks like it got really hot. And then there's a lot of stuff. Now the best way to neutralize leaked battery acid is baking soda. It doesn't use the battery to start the bike. It uses the battery just to originate the spark. But you do need to have a good battery to start it. So we gotta go track down a battery for this thing. So we were under the impression, and apparently we have different definitions of what the bike runs, and his definition of the bike runs and my definition of the bike runs. I think he said that he took this bike out like strawberry picking or mushroom picking like a year ago with someone. We were thinking that I was just gonna need a charge up the battery and get this thing running. That's probably, we're gonna need to do a little more than that. So these old bikes are fairly simple as long as you can get to the carb. That's a jet, that's a jet. All you do is you just get a screwdriver, screw that out, look through it, make sure it's not clogged. What's going on is, this right here is the float, and you have there's a jet inside there. When it's sitting down, because there's no fuel in the carb, then it lets fuel in, and then when the fuel rises, it pushes up the jet, so it stops the fuel from more fuel coming in. And all this stuff, this is all stuff that you could do like on a trail. When you saw, we used it's all the tools.
We used 4 tools.
Bro, all the tools that were in the kit. Yeah, this is just in there and it's snug, and then you just. And then all we're looking for with this one is just whether you could see through it.
Okay.
Yeah, this one was fine. And then we'll throw that sucker back in there. So I don't know why we were working on it over there. We'll clean that mess up. Get on the lift. So pretty much as simple as get all the fuel out from the tank, from the lines, clean the carb up, and then make sure it's got a spark, get a new battery. This thing should fire up. We should be riding this thing today. Brand new oil.
Yeah, it looks pretty good.
Taste it.
Taste it.
Come on,
Take a little lick.
Take a little look, yeah.
How upset will you be if this thing doesn't start? I'll be pretty bummed.
Yeah, I'll be bummed. I think I'll be upset. So I'm gonna save you the next 5 minutes of your life. We spent a long time kicking this thing. We still couldn't get this thing to run.
Go. Go down.
Here's what we established. Kickstart sucks. Unless it's working well and then it's super cool looking. But no one looks cool when your bike does not run. Oh man, I wish I had electric start. Cause then you could throw a battery up to it and just, all right, it's not working. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
We just pushed it like 20 feet and that was like 30 kickstarts. It's gotta be very finely tuned or working perfectly to get it fired up from a kickstart. And we're not really getting even a full kick because it's only starting like down here. It's definitely got compression. So we're getting spark, we're getting compression.
The only thing it can be is fuel.
Way too much fuel. Well, so that's three. That was what I was hoping to happen.
Let it idle like that. It's close.
So it's definitely not getting fuel. It's not running off of its own fuel. So we've confirmed that it runs because we can spray fuel right into the combustion chamber and get it to fire up. So mechanically, it's good, but it's got to be an issue with the carburation system. And I guess I'm just gonna take the carb apart again and see if there's another jet or something that I missed that I didn't see, and try to clean that up. I mean, we're talking about a grain of sand could be causing this problem. It's a mighty beast. All right, so at this point, I have taken the carbs on and off and cleaned them about 3 times. Now, I was taking them and I was doing the pilot jet and the main jet and just, the simple stuff and the float bowl, the simple stuff inside there. Now what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna tear this thing completely apart. Anything that I can actually take apart, I'm gonna take apart, and any little microscopic dirt or dust, I'm gonna clean, and we're gonna get this thing running. This might be what the problem is. Check it out. A little tiny spring. Oh my gosh. There's your problem right there.
Hold on.
What happens when this? Dude, that looks awesome.
Yeah.
It's supposed to look like that, right?
Is that buildup?
I don't know what that is. But that junk is nasty. I mean, I had big aspirations. We probably spent about 5 to 6 hours just working on this bike. We couldn't get it running. I know it's something really, really dumb, and what drives me nuts is that we're gonna take it to our guy Joe, and within 20 minutes he's gonna call me up. Hey Sean, I gotta run it. So we're gonna take it to Joe, he's gonna get it fixed. He's gonna tell us what it is, we're gonna tell you guys what it is, and then we're all gonna learn something from it. It'll be great, I can't wait to ride it. But we're gonna give it to Joe now. All right, so we're at Joe's place. Honestly, I may have spent like 4 hours working on this thing. Joe's gonna get it running in like 30 seconds. Hey, Joe.
Guys, you woke me up. I was trying to take a nap.
Oh, good. Joe, this bike is the best.
Yeah.
Clean fuel lines. I I clean the carb, do spark plug, it's getting spark, it's got good compression. If you spray a little bit of fuel in there, it'll fire up for like I don't know, for a second, like a little bit, you know what I mean? If you try to put more in there, it just shuts it right down. And I'm so confident that like you can look at it in like 20 minutes and be like, there's your problem.
Maybe.
No way! Hey Joe, show us how to use this thing.
Oh,
Because we don't know anything about anything. According to people on YouTube.
according to people on YouTube, it's in neutral now.
Alright.
Okay?
Is this a choke? Because it said like high
That's
altitude.
a choke.
So that's choke on.
Let that alone. That's high altitude.
Oh,
We're not
that's high altitude. Okay.
Yeah. This here, under here, there's a lever. You see it says L and H.
Oh, yeah.
Low is low range. H is high range.
Oh, okay.
That's what that is.
Is it on low or high right
Now, always turn this gas
Low.
off when you're done because it's going to leak out of the overflow.
Oh, okay. So is this thing automatic or it's got gears? Do I shift it?
I think it's a 3 or 4 speed.
A 3 or 4 speed?
This thing's the best. Why, is that a bad idea?
We couldn't get it started to float. You have to always turn that gas off. These older bikes, they leak even when you put new ones in. But the pilot jet is clogged up. It's so fine of a hole you can't.
Right, okay.
You know, but on the mixture screw was out the whole way, like out 2.5 turns, and it shouldn't be.
That was probably me. Alright, Joe. You're the man.
Oh yeah.
I tell everyone about you. I tell them that you're the best. Alright, let's do this. Alright, so of course Joe fixed it. It took him 2 minutes to fix it, and I'm gonna ride the bike home. I gotta ride it home. I mean, I've been dying to ride this thing since the day we bought it. Alright guys, maiden voyage, 19 something. Trail 90. Joe just got it working, it's awesome. Turn the key, watch this, one kick. Fastest thing on the road. Kinda spitting and sputtering. There we go. Oh, you know what the problem is? Because I don't have an intake on it. 20 miles an hour. Yeah, I think not having the intake is just giving up too much air, and it's running lean, so it's kind of getting like fuel cut. So I'm not able to give it all it's got, but she'll be fine. This thing is sweet. So we actually found this thing in a barn. I paid way too much money for it. 850 bucks. You know, normally when you're shifting through gears, you feel it go through something. I feel the same feeling with this. It just doesn't go to anything. It's like infinity. You know what I mean? I could be like 9th, 10th, 11th, 12th, 13th, 14th, 15th. But there's just nothing there. I can also start it. There's almost no point starting it in first gear.
when I can just keep it in whatever, I think this is third gear, I can just keep it in third gear and then just roll out with it just like it was in any other gear. Whoa! 35 miles an hour! By the time I got on the bike, I realized we didn't have a tag on it. This is not completely unusual for me. So I was hoping we wouldn't get a cop would not pull up behind me, because of course he's gonna pull me over because I'm riding a bike without a tag.
You're sure he's not back, right?
He's definitely not back.
Okay.
I don't think I didn't see him.
I sat in traffic for like an extra 5 minutes. So I lost him pretty quickly. And I thought he'd be here by now, but apparently he's not.
Did Joe say anything about like, yo?
He was like, he jokingly was like, yo, you should drive that home. He's like, you can totally drive that home. And Sean's like, that's actually what I'm doing. And Joe just laughed and walked away.
Yeah, those tires were super dry rotted.
Yeah, I think he'd be fine to get back because it's not really that far.
Unless he decided to go off-roading, then he just like pops a tire.
But like, it's super funny. We're only topping out like 20 miles an hour.
That's super funny. Does it run good now?
Yeah, it runs great. But that's super funny that he's not back yet. Because I don't know where he is, because I took the shortest way.
Oh, the police, shoot. Yep. I think we're about to get pulled over. But not for speeding. I'm just gonna pull it over myself, because this thing's being goofy. How you like that? He pulled right past me. That's amazing. Oh no. Oh no. He's behind me again. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. I'm gonna pull down over here, okay? Right here.
Hi there.
Hello, sir.
Having issues with this thing, or?
Yeah, it's spitting and sputtering a little bit.
Okay.
I think because we don't have an intake on the intake on it.
Okay.
It's sucking up too much air when I get on full throttle. So it's kind of like the lower RPMs. It's pretty good. But then when I give it like more than half throttle, it's like blah 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 blah. So that's kind of why I'm slowing everyone down.
Right.
And I thought we had a tag on the back.
You don't.
And we don't. So we of course have dealer tags.
Right.
And from the 70s, yeah, we found it in a barn.
Okay.
And then we just like on Monday, now we got it running.
Okay.
So
Where are you headed with this?
just right to SRKCYCLES.
Okay.
You know where it's at, right near your place?
Yep. All right. Well, by law, you're required to have a plate on it.
Yes.
That'd be, well, because it's a motorcycle, $97.50 fine. I'm not going to do that to you.
If you want, I can. I lost him, but he was my guy was following me, and we can throw it in the back of my van.
Nah, it's up to you. I mean, you're safe and got your colors on, and you're going right down the road the same direction I'm going.
Okay.
I just saw you having issues with them. Like, well, if you're running into issues depending on how far you're going.
Right.
Right down the road, I have no problem. If you're going to take this to like Elizabethtown.
No, that'd be crazy.
You have to do some other things. But
Right.
it looks pretty nice. Well, good luck with that.
Cool. Thank you.
You get going.
Thank you, sir.
Have a good day.
You too. I tell you what, we have really nice police officers in Landisville. I guess this is East Hempfield Township. I've had nothing but awesome experiences meeting all the police officers around here. I haven't not met all of them, but all the ones I've met, I probably met 3 or 4 of them. Just nice people. With us getting it back and plugged and wires, which is all super cheap. Cleaning the carb cleaner, which is cheap. A lot of people have it stuff around their house. Taking it to Joe's was $68, so $850 plus $100. We bought $950 in this bike that runs. Now we can do more, and we might do more. We can actually get brand new tires and tubes for $78 on eBay, which we might do that and see whatever else we can fix. But for less than $1,000, we have a really cool bike that's a lot of fun. That it's always, I mean, it's probably worth around $1,500 to $1,600 all day long. So I'm pretty pumped. We might just keep it around. I don't know.